Thursday night, very quick video discussion. We're starting to get into storm mode. We got to really focus on next week, and I tried to start to outline the factors over the last 2 days in my blog, but this is from this morning. I think this sums it up the best for this storm. There's so many different pieces, but what we do know is there's a lot of impressive energy that's be coming in off the subtropical jet stream late this weekend in this area here, and the key is going to be how much ridging of high pressure do we have out west. For example, this was yesterday's run of the European ensemble, and I'm using ensembles because they average out a lot of different variables, which there's too many variables right now to use operationals. I think we have to wait another day or two. But notice this axis of the ridge on the old run from yesterday, how it's more centered near Montana. Montana is always my benchmark. It usually means you're going to have a low pressure center just off the coast. Last night, it trended it back to the west a little bit. So this ridge came back west. It brought the low pressure more closer to land. And you can see at the surface, here's the old solution. Here's a new solution. It's a little warmer because the low comes closer to the coast. So probably the biggest factor I'm looking at to simplify this, guys, is where's this ridge position going to be? Now, if we go into today's models, let's look at the updated European ensemble from this afternoon. So our storm is going to start to develop. This is on Tuesday. So notice, guys, you have this energy. It's going to pop up right near Texas. That's that active subtropical jet. You're also going to have a short wave coming off the Pacific and try to dive down into this trough. The key now is going to lie, and again, where is this ridge? You notice today we have a ridge that's a little bit more to the east, which is good. We want to see more red near Montana. But really, what's going to happen here with all this energy? How is it going to come together? Is there going to be high pressure to the north? Now, the good news is we are going to have cold air ahead of this storm. You can see a nice 1029 high, and this is on the ensemble, so you know you're going to have a decent high pressure center there on Tuesday. What happens is as the storm develops, storms will bring in their own air masses. And if the storm is too close to the coast, you bring in all that warm air. So we got to see, is this high pressure going to either get locked in, or will this ridging out west be strong enough and closer to Montana where even if that high does try to skirt out of the way, we still have a low pressure center that tracks off the coast and gives areas north and west of 95 a snowstorm. I said north and west of 95 because I don't see New York City getting snow from this. I could be wrong, but I think this is a little bit more towards the interior from first glance. A good example of what could happen is on the GFS model from this afternoon. You could see by the time we get into Wednesday, the storm starts to develop, and there's so much energy that it's trying to consolidate a bunch of different pieces here, but you could see it brings a low pressure just off the coast, and you have snow north and west of 95. Now, the storm could be a lot stronger than this, and to that point, look at all these different pieces. Hold on. You got 1, 2, 3. So it's all going to really depend on how do these little short waves interact. So, for instance, does this little piece back here steer the storm up inland more? Does this front piece here, create a good confluence? And when I say confluence, I mean, does it create a nice high pressure center to form here? So many different things we're going to have to look at, guys. But no, there is a big storm on the horizon for about Wednesday next week. Precipitation type remains unknown. Right now, my hunch would be it's a north and west of I-95 snow event. Closer to the coast, I think we're going to see more liquid. But again, I could be wrong. More solid details in days to come.